In this video, we'll go from start to finish, showing you how we built this compost toilet that will serve the folks working and visiting our community tree nursery. The toilet will feature an odourless bucket and sawdust Humanure system, a hand-washing sink, and a clear perspex roof to keep the space bright and attractive, while still maintaining privacy. I'm delighted with the outcome of this project, so stay tuned to see how it all came together. We began by levelling the area, large enough to accommodate a 2.4 by 1.5 metre base. We dug to a depth of 15 millimetres and filled it in with hardcore gravel. This isn't entirely necessary, but will definitely help contribute to the longevity of the structure. We then set down cement blocks, making sure everything was exactly square and level all the way around, by placing sand underneath to raise any blocks sitting lower to the ground. Working from a level and solid foundation makes everything later on a whole lot easier to measure and cut, and worth investing the time to get it right. Again, sitting the structure on cement blocks will give further separation from the ground, ensuring that it will last for years to come. The added airflow will also be beneficial, seeing as it is a toilet after all. We made the base from sturdy 4x3 timbers and set it down on the blocks. Again, we measured from corner to corner to make sure everything was still square. For the floor, we used treated decking boards to give it some slip resistance, since part of the floor would be outside and partially exposed to the rain.
Good job. Hey, you!
Then it was time to get started on the frame. We used untreated 3x2 and began by knocking two sidewalls together. It was my first time using a chop saw, and man was it fun. It made getting all the angles super easy and precise. I'm usually all for hand tools, but I can't deny how satisfying this was. With two identical sidewalls made, they just needed to be attached together with the planks that would support the roof and back wall. clad the outside of the building, we milled rough logs to create some beautiful 15mm planks with wavy edges and overlapped them from the bottom up. I think this alone transformed the little outhouse into a work of art and set the tone as the first structure we would build in this new nursery. You could also replace this with marine ply, shiplap, galvanized aluminium, or even pallet boards if you don't have access to a sawmill. We then cut 2 lengths of rough timber from the same logs to be used as the exposed front posts. These would give a nice finish to the front of the structure and fit well with the wavy planks rather than using boring planed timber posts. As we put on the final sidewall, it was all beginning to come together. Dan started working on the inner wall, door and sink area, while I put together the toilet box. This old kitchen sink fit in there perfectly, and the drain board would give some extra functionality in the nursery. We had toyed with the idea of running rainwater into it, supplied from a barrel collecting from the roof, but decided it would be merely a gimmick as we have mains water available, but just food for thought if you're doing this off-grid. Just make sure to get the barrel nice and high so you have enough pressure. As it began to rain, we decided we might as well put on the roof to keep ourselves dry while we worked. Putting on a corrugated roof is when you really start to appreciate the time it took to get everything level and square from the offset. Trying to put this stuff on a building that was slightly askew was no fun at all. Luckily, we were bang on. An old wardrobe door became the lid of the toilet bench. I sanded it down well and applied varnish to waterproof it a little and make it easier to wipe clean. We then found this lovely old door, along with hinges, a handle, a latch and a spring. We had intended to cover the window with timber, but then decided that a little curtain would be even nicer, and opted to put in a sheet of perspex we had lying around. finish, 2 of our brilliant woofers coated the outside with a concoction of linseed oil mixed with some homemade acorn dye. And there you have it. Our compost toilet outhouse is all set up and ready to go. It was a fun and rewarding project, and we're excited to see how well it functions over time, or if it needs any fixes. We'd love to hear from you if you have any suggestions or experience to share. Drop a comment below if you have any insights or questions. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.